Hello, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world. Good morning to you all. This is Okute Daily Talk, bringing to you this early morning broadcast of today being the 25th of this month of November in the year 2022. I want to do a very quick one for my guys and for my subscribers and all those who love what I'm doing this early Friday morning. So please, do not touch the dial. I'm here for you. Remember, the culture, we take the headlines, then we move straight into the news that is more of importance to us, where we can gather some wisdoms and also learn things from it. So please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I want you to do that as soon as possible. Turn on the notification button so that you will be notified each time we go live on our channel or we post something new on our channel. So without not taking much of your time, let's take the headlines, then we move straight into the news of this Friday morning. Gombe, final year student commits suicide over being broke while his father is rich. It's okay. Police react as skating coach recounts how he escaped being butchered by kidnappers in military uniforms. Suspected ritualist kills Togolese girl, 7 in Ogun State. Ogun, female manager husband allegedly abduct employer, kill him after collecting 15 million naira ransom. What a wicked world. Insecurity, bandits kill 19 in Zamfara State, in Zamfara community. Dude. Death every day, and the Nigerian death is nothing to them now. They even prefer to be hearing bad news than good news in the country or in the mistake of a country called Nigeria. Because sometimes I keep asking myself, why is it that all this is that is happening? Your own president, your own president can never come out for once and comment. Rather, he was here commiserating with the people of Indonesia for what happened to them, while number of that died on daily basis in Nigeria. But the social media will not record it, or even if they record it, because they are the power that be, they will not bring it. Because statistics shows that in every local government in the northern part of the country, let's start from there, that at least 50 people died on daily basis through either they die by hunger, or they die by insurgency, or they die by terrorism, or they die by banditries. A lot of them die on daily basis. But yet, your own president will never utter a word, because it seems like the blood that they are sharing here, or they are shedding, according to Goodluck, Goodluck, he said the blood you people are sharing when we speak. The time has come, and that is why Nigeria is in a total mess, because the power that be are the ones killing those people they are supposed to protect. Cannot tell me that flood flash away people in Nigeria, and the only thing the president can do is to jump in his private jet and jet out to Korea. As if that one is not enough. On returning back the next day, he went on a 2-week sabbatical leave, where he went to sign a deadly deal again with the new just elected monarch in England, and we keep on dying on daily basis. Look at the live program of Al Mustafa, where he let us to understand what is happening in Sambisa forest in Borno. That is not really about insurgents. It is about the international community who have been using insurgents to just distract the people and be stealing the precious stone and uranium that is have in that very particular forest. That the natural, natural, what they call natural mineral resources that Nigeria have in the Sambisa forest is only to turn Nigeria to 2, 3, 4, 5 Dubais. But the international community came in. I wonder why. And the same Al Mustafa is the one that made us to understand that in Borno, whereby every day by day we keep hearing Boko Haram in Sambisa forest, while the all NGOs from international communities are there and no one is touching them. But if you see any white over there in a war, the militants will kidnap him and demand for ransom. So does it mean all these ones, they don't matter to them? There's a secret and something they are not telling us in this Sambisa scenario or whatever it is being called. That the whites, that if you go to Brunei now, Medugri, as I'm talking to you, both in locals, in local villages and in the capital cities, there's no house to rent. Now the NGOs have occupied almost all the whole rented house there, making a contract of 18, 20, 25, 30 years. What are they doing there? Under whose supervision are all of them being jam-packed there? What are they doing? And you tell me that these people they don't have hand in what is happening to Nigeria? According to Al-Mustafa, he said insurgency started since 1972 when they discovered oil and gas and uranium in Nigeria. That is when the international community injected this insurgents. For you to say that insurgents did not start in Nigeria today, that they have did that just to distract people so that they will be catching away our mineral resources. I said it earlier on my platform here that the unsettlement in Nigerians, the settlement, the insurgency in Nigerians, all this scuffle we are having in the eastern part of the country, in the northern part of the country, and almost all the whole parts in Nigeria, that the international community hand is in it. Some people were doubting me. Some people went to my comment section and began to attack me. Another one happened when they give a security alert that there will be a terror attack in Abuja. Imagine in Nigeria, the foreigners are the one that is telling our own government that there will be a terror attack. That means they know exactly what is happening and they know what they are doing. All this mambo that is happening in Nigeria, the international community are getting it, and that is their initial plan of injecting this insurgency in the first place. Nigeria, how thou has fallen. You keep becoming slaves to your own slave masters who have colonized you before, and they still keep on colonizing you day in, day out. Who is King Charles that Buhari we went to this thing, to UK to meet, if not for them to sign all this nonsense and deadly deal that is keeping Nigeria into captives up to death. Nigeria is a joke. Nigeria is the only country that snake swallowed money, 36 million. Nigeria is the only country that monkey swallowed a 2 million naira, and that case have been dead and buried till death. Nigeria is the only country where somebody who's supposed to fight corruption is corrupted itself. Magu was appointed to lead the EFCC to fight corruptions. At the end of the day, he ended up siphoning almost everything he recovered to himself. It's only Nigeria that can happen. And that case has been swept under the carpet because he belonged to the dark power that be. And that is why they are making everything humanly possible to frustrate obedient movement. Imagine Brandon, the flight that his working members and other things, supporters, and those of the executive who supposed to be at the rally ground in Oyo, they grounded the flight in Lagos airport. Now they want to sell another rat poison or sniper give us all the name of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but it won't work for them. Nigeria is the only country that uses what do they call it? They use the 5.8 billion naira to print just 2.5 billion naira. It's laughable and it's a joke. Nigeria is the only country that clear common bush with 18 billion naira. All these things is circled in the name of APC, and that is why they are doing everything humanly possible to protect all these things. And that is why they don't want another section of the country to take over power. And you tell me we are going to stand with this one Nigeria? One Nigeria, my foot. That one Nigeria have long dead. When they have siphoned almost all the whole offices in the federal capital and in the federal character to belong to only to the north. That is when one Nigeria died in this mistake of a nation. So please, my great people of Biafra, the lovers of freedom and the world who know what I'm doing, my subscribers and viewers all over the world, let us move straight into the news of this very morning. Not fewer than 19 villagers have been killed by armed bandits in Hoji village of Brim Sabah district of Zumi local government area in Zamfara state. A resident of the community, Mohammed Hassan, told Daily Post that the terrorists stormed the community at the wee hours of Wednesday and started shooting sporadically. People keep dying on daily basis in Nigeria, and the power that be, it doesn't concern them because none of their family members is in Nigeria. They gathered themselves with almost all the whole policemen in the country. That is why the insecurity have been on the highest order. Speaking further, Hassan explained that 19 people were killed while others escaped. He said the military operatives later mobilized to the village to calm the situation, adding that the deceased were buried the same Wednesday according to Islamic tradition. That is how we keep burying our loved ones every day. That's how we keep burying our brothers and sisters in cold blood. Their only crime is that they are Nigerians. The only crime is that they come from Zamfara state on daily basis. This is daily occurrence. And the military is there. When all these things is happening, you will not see any of them. When all the bandits are ravaged and they caused havoc in all the villages, then they will reappear. You tell me that the government is not aware of all this banditry? They are aware. And in fact, they have hands in it. Most of the residents of the community, including women and children, ran to Durand town in the local government area for safety. Nobody moved out of the community with anything due to the tension from the terrorists. People are afraid of returning to the village, even though the military operatives have been positioned there, he said. All efforts to confirm the incident from the spokesperson of the State Police Command proved unsuccessful as his members were not reachable. Recall that last week, the State Commissioner of Information, Honorable Ibrahim Magaji Dosara, boasted that security situation in the state had improved. That is the problem we are having. They keep on provoking all these elements, all these insurgents by their lies on the social media, forgetting that all these people, they also listen to what is happening. Today you will come out and tell us the insurgents have been defeated. Tomorrow they will wreak more havoc. Playing politics with people's lives and property have been a norm in Nigerian system. Today you will come and tell us that no more bandits, no more terrorists. You have defeated them, you have killed all of them, you have arrested all of them, and you have jailed all of them. Tomorrow you will see them rose up and do more worse than what they have done before. And when you see all these things, at the time of this report, you will never find any of them who always on the social media or national TV to make all these nonsense claims. That is how Nigeria have fallen. Nigeria have grown from grace to grass. Other countries are growing from grass to grace. Nigeria out from grace, from top of the sky, and fall down flat on the ground. And that is why the current president, when he was campaigning in 2015, people don't know or don't understand. Everybody was busy shouting change, change, change. And he was busy letting them to know that them, that is APC, will grow from top to bottom. Nobody know, nobody understand. Nobody cares to listen. Nobody even want to read meaning into it. Not until it started to happen. Now everybody's eyes are open. Nobody is shouting change again. Now they are looking for who again? Who are they looking for? From good luck now, people say it is bad luck. Now you see Buhari, who have turned everything in Nigeria upside down. Economy is in the worst shamble. Inflation has reached the highest. And the people are busy out there campaigning for Tinubu, telling us that Tinubu will continue from where Buhari stopped, because Buhari have done enough. And people are still shouting, telling me, oh yes, it is true, that Buhari have done enough. Indeed, he has done enough. He has done enough harm to the Nigerian society. He has done enough harm to the Nigerian people. The casualties and the deaths recorded in Buhari's regime, 8 years regime, is something he can never write home about. If they give you the statistics, my dear, you will shed tears on daily basis. And people are busy campaigning for Buhari, for him to continue from campaigning for Tinubu, for him to continue from where Buhari stopped. That means Nigeria is gone. That means Nigeria will just sink one morning, and the international community will clap and laugh and even toast to it, because that have been their prayers all this while. However, a few days after his comments, bandits began to launch attacks on innocent people in the state. That's what I'm saying. So few days after they came out to tell us all sorts of lies that the banditry have been defeated, and look at playing politics with people's lives and properties. We are not talking about those ones who have been displaced by flood. Now we are talking about bandits entering a community. Their only crime, oh my God, how? Why? Why can't all these bandits have brain for once? All these houses or Fulanis, I want more they call it. Why can't they have brain for once? Look for those ones who say that they have defeated insurgents and terrorism, and they have killed them all, and target them or any of their family and kill any of them, so that they will learn at least a simple lesson of coming into the social media to say things that they never accomplish. And you are looking for poor masses, because they making all this arrangement or making all this broadcast know that when the bandit targets, they are also targeting the poor masses. They will not target them. They will not go to them, because they have surrounded themselves with almost all the whole security operatives in the whole world. And you tell me we have a government. Government, my food. Government, my food. Female manager, husband allegedly abducted employer, killed him after collecting 15 million naira. What a wicked word. And had I known will come at last, right? You don't know that anything that goes around comes around. A woman Okereke Olufumilayo Okereke Onigbo, who was the manager at a building material store, has been arrested for allegedly kidnapping and killing his employer, Otumba Abayomi Ajayi Smith, the director of Rolak Hotel Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State. Olufumilayo was said to have perpetrated the act with the aid of her husband, Larry Adebayo Adewomi, and one Adebowale Sani. Daily Post learned that the hoteler was kidnapped on September 28, 2020, around about 7:30 a.m. at Anifowose Estate, Igbeba, Ijebu-Ode, by some gunmen. He was killed by his abductor despite the 15 million ransom paid to them by his family. Since then, the police operatives have not given up in their effort to unravel those behind the abduction and killing of the hoteler. According to the Ogun State Police spokesman, Abimbola Oyeyemi, the efforts of the SP Taiwo Opadiran led anti-kidnapping team were successful in September this year, when they got wind of plans by some gang to kidnap the wife and son of their slain victim, Smith, as the team embarked on technical surveillance for the suspects. One of them, a 55-year-old Adebo Alesani, was reportedly traced to Ikeji Arakaji in Osun State, where he was promptly apprehended. On interrogation, Oyeyemi said Sani confessed being on the trial of Ms. Olusola Roseline Ajayi on the order of Larry Adebayo Adewomi, the ringleader, whose wife Olufumilayo was an employee of the Tumba Ajayi. He confessed further that it was Larry who described the location of the victim's hotel and his other business outfit to him with instruction that if they succeeded in kidnapping the woman and her son, The two of them must be killed after collecting ransom in order not to leave any traces, just as they did to her husband 2 years ago. Oyeyemi stated. What a wicked word. What a wicked word. His confession was led to the arrest of Olufunmilayo and her husband. According to Oyeyemi, Larry, an indigenous of Ilesha, Osun State, was once a fraudster before he moved into full-time kidnapping business. His modus operandi was to scout for a rich victim, after which he will mobilize the gang working for him to go after such a person, Oyeyemi explained. They said Larry was reported to have got full information about the late Otumba Ajayi through Olufunmilayo, who was the deceased manager. Police investigation has revealed that Larry has 2 bank accounts where he used to keep money realized from his criminal activities. Oyeyemi disclosed that the suspect has a Jazz bank account number Kiniko with the sum of 34,953,455 naira. His assets bank account also has a sum of 4,576,846 naira. It was gathered that a 2014 model Toyota Highlander was also recovered from him. While commending the police team, the Commissioner of Police in Ogun, Lanre Bankole, directed that the members of the gang be hunted for and brought to book, directing that the suspects be charged to court as soon as investigation is concluded. Nigeria is growing from bad to worse. Kidnapping somebody after collecting ransom, you still have the mind to buy that person, and now looking for the wife and son to kidnap, collect ransom, and also buy. Every day by day, as day breaks, Nigeria keep generating into something else. Wickedness keep growing at the highest level. Imagine bandits entering a full community without no offense. They didn't request any money from them. They didn't ask them for any ransom. They refused to pay and open fire on them simply because the government went on social media and television stations to lie against defeating the bandits. Nigeria is a joke. Suspected ritualist kills Togolese girl, 7 in Ogun State. A suspected ritualist in Ota, area of Ogun State, had reportedly killed a 7-year-old girl whose parents are from Togo. Daily Post report that the incident happened around 7 a.m. on Thursday at Kilani Street, Yana Iyesi area of Ota, Odo Ota, local government area of Ogun State. It was gathered that a neighbor of the minor's mother, while in her shop, sent her home to get something. As the girl entered the house, the suspected ritualist, who had been hiding somewhere in the building, attacked her and smashed her head with a pestle. The girl's cry for help had attracted the neighbor's attention, but she was dead before anybody could arrive at the scene. Chai, what a word. An innocent girl who have done nothing, who have committed no crime, to be dead at 7. The resident of the area, who identified herself simply as Abafe, told our correspondent that neighbors searched for the suspect, but he was nowhere to be found. The source informed that the police raced to the area to assess the scene of the incident. The police have taken away the body of the little girl. I know the girl very well. We used to call her Mama. The suspect killed her in cold blood. At first, we thought it was a thief, but further findings revealed that the guy is a ritualist, she said. Our correspondent further gathered that the unknown ritualist had been hibernating in an empty building in the area. When we searched further, we discovered that the man had charms and a goat hiding in an empty building close to his victim's house. When we got there, we saw a goat. The goat attacked one of us, but it was later killed. This is a sad occurrence, another source said. The Ogun State Police Public Relations Officer Abimbola Oyeyemi expressed shock when he was informed of the incident. However, he said he will get details from the concerned police division under the fact. That is all you have to know about a ritualist who have killed a minor in Ogun State. Police react as a skating coach recounts how he escaped being butchered by kidnappers in military uniforms. The Lagos Police Command has reacted to a viral video of residents of the state who narrated on social media the chilling experience which suspected kidnappers dressed in military uniforms. Okute News reports that a viral video capturing a bleeding victim who narrated the failed attempt by uniformed criminals to take his life and surfaced on social media on Tuesday. According to the resident, who claimed to be a skating coach, he boarded a vehicle at the Lekki Ikoyi axis of the state. Unknown to him, it was operated by suspected ritualists. He said he boarded the bus with 8 other passengers who fell asleep due to a gas sprayed inside the bus. The 45-year-old victim, who claimed to have fortified himself as an African man, said the criminals subsequently threatened to butcher him since he did not fall asleep like other passengers. He noted that all played to them to catch away his possessions and let him go fell on deaf ears. I told them, "This is my ATM, you can empty it," but they refused. They said the only place I am going to come down is where they will dagger me and pieces me, he said. In the new viral video, the skate coach said, "As I got into a bus that called Yanoworo, I noticed that there was this wired smell in the bus. Anybody who has been involved in a military training or self-defense will know gases that knock people off. That was what it was. So I spat it on my handkerchief and used it to cover my nose. In about 5 or 10 minutes, every other occupants were all asleep, aside from the team members who had all brought out their nose masks to cover their noses." At this point, their leader, who was in front, looked back, and when he noticed he wasn't asleep, he queried him. The victim said it was at this point he knew that the men were kidnappers. Reacting to the development, the Lagos police spokesperson Ben Hundiyin said that police was aware of the viral video. Hundiyin said in an in-depth investigation has commenced, and the police will leave no stone unturned toward ensuring the safety and security of all residents and visitors to the state. All human material and operational resources have been duly and optimally deployed to achieve this. We appreciate Lagosians for always saying something when they see something. We encourage more of this. Together, we will keep Lagos State safe for all and sundry, the spokesperson said in series of tweets. That is all you need to know about the kidnappers or about the killers who go about using gas to knock people out. Either that tear gas here to knock people out when they are being kidnapped, so that they will not know where they have been taken to or what really happened on the way. Gombe, the final year student, commits suicide over being broke while his father is a rich man. A final year student of the Federal University of Kashere, Fuk, Gombe State, identified as Nuko Zawanan La, had reportedly taken his life over his financial status. The deceased committed suicide on Wednesday night at Santuraki area of Kashere town. According to Daily Trust, Zawanan who was a student in the Faculty of Education, initially took poison, but when it was not working fast enough, he proceeded to hang himself. Before his death, the deceased left a note explaining the reason he decided to end his life. He thanked his elder brothers for everything they have done for him and urged his mother, who he described as the best mother on earth, to take it easy with herself. He further stated in the letter that he didn't know the meaning of life, claiming that his father has millions of naira, but he can't afford a smartphone of even 50,000 naira. He also mentioned the names of people he owed money and explained how they will recover it back. He tendered an apology to some persons, simply identified as favor and comfort. Fuchs, head of information and protocol, Suleiman Malami Ahmed, who confirmed the incident, added that the university would make details public when it concludes investigation. My dear, taking your life is not an option. If your father is rich and refuses to give you, then you work hard and make your own money. It's not a must that you will be a daddy's pikin. No. He made his money, only him know how he made his money, and only him know how he want to spend his money. So I don't see the reason why you should take your life simply because your father is rich and you cannot afford a smartphone of 50,000 naira. That is a good training. Maybe saving for your future. Now you have died and leave everything behind. Well, he who dies is the one that loses. So I cannot tell you rest in peace or go well because you have committed a sacrilege. Go there and fight with your gods. If they accept you, fine and good. If they don't accept you, let them kick you anywhere they like. Rubbish. Atiku's presidency, shortest way for Igbo to be president. Anambra, PDP. The Anambra State chapter of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has retreated that the easiest and shortest way for an Igbo man to become the president become a president in Nigeria for Atiku Abubakar to be president in 2023. The State Director General of the Atiku Abubakar and Ifeanyi Okowa Campaign Organization, Prof. Obiora Okonkwo, made a statement in Awka, Anambra State on Wednesday evening. Atiku Abubakar and PDP is the shortest feasible route for an Igbo to be president in Nigeria in the view of the present realities on the ground. This may be difficult to accept for certain people in the southeast for the time being, but it remains the only logical path for an Igbo political re-instance in Nigeria and easy election to be president in the next 4 to 8 years, he said. Then tell me, how is it possible? Atiku, who cannot give the South, the chairman of the party they are asking him, will make you the president. You people should wake up from all this your sleeping slumber. I don't know why sometimes elders will just follow the internet and be lying to themselves, which they know the exact truth. You people call your principal a unifier. Up to now, he couldn't unify the party with the G5 governors. And you are here telling us nonsense. Atiku will give you president. Atiku will go to the south and promise them presidency. Go to the southwest, promise them presidency. You come to the Igbo land and promise them presidency. Okay now. Atiku now is a sharer of presidency now. Now. Because you people don't believe in yourself. Always feeling inferiority complex that without all these people you cannot become anything in Nigeria. Come on, will you come off that? Who told you? Rubbish. According to him, okay, regions of the country, he said their alignment with Atiku Abubakar is never for selfish gain, but for the collective interest of the southeast and the Nija. Obiora said that no particular region can produce the president without the support of other regions, noting that the southeast will support Atiku for good. Get out, monkey. It will be dangerous for the southeast to be isolated and abandoned in the opposition for another 8 years in our nation's democracy. And the only person who will integrate the Igbo is Atiku, he said. You are defending your party. And for your own, this is a paid advertisement. They have paid you, so go ahead and be vomiting rubbish from your mouth. It is not your fault. He urged the Southeast as a region to collectively support and vote for PDP's presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar come 2023. It is obvious that the Southeast region and Ndigbo are treated like lepers under the APC. It is quite instructive for the Southeast and Ndigbo to be national, rational and strategic with their votes and support to help other parts of the country unseat the APC and reinstate PDP. While we will have to enjoy more stake to produce the president post 2023, he said. Tell me how PDP have been good to the southeast. PDP was president for complete good 16 good years. They couldn't complete common, what do they call it, second Nija bridge that have been there since the time of Tafawa Balewa. Our own somebody that is from South, good Lord Jonathan, he came and just put only one tipper of sand at the second Nija bridge, and told us that in a national TV that he used $10 billion for that, and you are telling us to vote PDP. Can't you see that your brain is not working? It's either you have an empty brain or your brain is congealed. You are telling us that with the PDP, look, what can PDP, I mean, what can we actually come out and say now PDP have done to the southeast? The answer is nothing. APC is not good, fine and good, everybody know about that. But they started this second Nija bridge and completed it, and it will be functional very soon. I'm not campaigning for PDP, neither am I campaigning for APC, but I'm just stating the obvious and the facts. So better the earlier you shut that your stinking mouth, the better. Shut it up if you don't have anything to say. All of you out there are just simply fighting for your own stomach infrastructure, what you can do or how you can gain from the political parties. And after that, whatever that happens to the poor masses out there, you people don't care because you call it politics. And that politics is not going to kill all of another. Nonsense. According to him, among the promises of the Atiku Okowa joint ticket is the assurance that Nigeria will be restructured and Atiku will ensure through federalism to replicate the development associated with Igbo in the Third Republic. We urge Igbo, the intellectual leaders of thoughts of the Southeast, to put their faith in our choice to support Atiku Abubakar and People's Democratic Party in the 2023 general elections. We are confident that it will serve the interests of our people and regain people and region, and that our efforts will be recognized and be appreciated after 2023 general election, he stated. Well, that is your own perspective and your own ideology. So for me, I totally disagree with you. But what I'm talking is arrant nonsense. Arrant nonsense. It makes no sense to me or to anybody. I rest my case. So my good people of Biafra, the lovers of freedom and the lovers of mankind, I think this is where we are going to come to the end of this little broadcast of this morning. Until I come your way again, still remember, I am your Okute Daily Talk from my own Daily Talk corner, bringing to you this Friday morning or Friday early morning broadcast. So if you are not subscribed to my channel, please endeavor to do that as soon as possible. If you are not like any of my comments, if you are not like any of my content, or you have not commented on any of my videos, please, I want you to be doing that anytime soon, because without you, there will be no me, and without me, there will be no you. So keep commenting, keep sharing these messages until you get to the people who will listen and do the needful for our dear country called Nigeria, because Nigeria is gradually going down to the dust. So please, remember, I still remain your brother, and that's your broadcaster. Have a nice day and have a nice Friday. Happy weekend to you all. Bye for now.